Doodles Art. My name is Walter. Just a second. Sorry about that. I've been talking all day today, and so I'm a little hoarse. Anyway, we're going to be doing a new doodle for you. I will be doing it in this sketch pad. This is by Fabriano.
Lost the audio here for some reason. Don't know what I said.
You can see I've got a few little doodles and stuff in there. It does leak through a little bit, but I'll be getting a fresh sheet of paper, and we will be getting on that with this pen. This is a Lamy Safari. I have a couple of these. My favorite pen. In that pen, nice fountain pen. It's got a nice black anodized tip nib on it, and it's a fine point. I also am going to be using the platinum carbon ink in that pen. I've used that before, and I'm pretty secure about not letting it dry up in the nib on this pen. I'm going to be also using something a little different. This is put out by Lamy. This is a red ink. I don't remember the name of it. I've used it one time in a drawing, and it's a nice vibrant red, and I thought that would be a nice change of pace. And to use that, I'll be using a dip pen. This one is made out of glass. It's got this swirled pattern on the nib there. Nice, heavy, beautiful little dip pen made out of glass. I thought that'd be interesting to try to use it. I've never tried to use this one. I have another glass pen that I have tried to use. So this is going to be new for me because I've never actually used this pen. And sometimes they aren't the best. And if it's not, we're going to deal with it as we go along. I'll be using that with the red ink, the Lamy Safari with the platinum carbon ink, which is a fast drying black ink, using Lamy Safari Fabriano sketch pad. So let's get to it without any further ado.
Like most of the drawings, I didn't know what I was going to do until I put pen to it, and it's right about here. And I realized, okay, I'm drawing a face. One of the things that I like to do is I like to listen to and watch those videos, whether on YouTube or Tubi, about dumb criminals. I just find them hilarious when a criminal does something that's so stupid and they get caught. And this one I heard a few days ago. It was done in an old style, like a newsreel, like a reporter. It only had a static picture on it. I believe it was on YouTube that I was watching it. This guy broke into this house. It was actually a duplex, but he broke into this lady's house. They knew each other, and he knew that she had some jewelry, I think it was. The report said that the guy admitted to what he was doing and that he had seen this little dog that he knew, and he decided he was going to try to make friendly with it, and he sat down on the couch, and the dog jumped up and bit him on the neck and shoulder area, and it really seemed to hit something pretty severe, and he started bleeding out really fast. So he left the duplex and collapsed in the front yard. A neighbor lady had heard the dog growling and barking, and heard him stumbling around as he was trying to get out. And so she went outside and found him bleeding and was able to save his life. The reporter started laughing at this point because he was describing when the lady that that lived in that duplex with the dog was making the police report. She said that their dog was a little terrier, about 15 pounds. We have a couple little dogs about that weight, and the idea of them biting somebody severe enough to bleed out like that just was hilarious, especially when the reporter was laughing so hard. Anyway, I heard this just a couple days ago. I think it was a YouTube video with a static image, and just the reporters laughing, and the old newsreel style of reporting that it was done in kind of inspired me to do this once I figured out I was going to be drawing a face. I think that it was the old style of the newsreel that made me decide to go ahead and put a tie on and give this guy kind of a messed up crew cut. Had to be messed up because he was a burglar. Um, anyway, it's a darker image than what I am used to doing, but I had to embrace it once I got going on it, and it became a lot shorter of a video than what I'm drawing it than what I'm used to doing. It only took about an hour to do, and the video then trimmed down to about 11 minutes once I sped this process up. Here was a happy little accident. I love the Bob Ross theory. No mistakes, just happy little accidents. When I started putting the black platinum carbon ink around the red Lamy ink, the Lamy ink was so wet, so fluid, and the platinum carbon is not waterproof. It just feathered out into the red ink, and it made kind of an interesting effect. I'm going to have to explore this a little bit later on with another drawing and on purpose do it that way. But this happy little accident, in my opinion, turned into an interesting effect on the tie, and I used it in a couple other areas as well. Where I dripped some of the red ink on, another happy little accident, but I went ahead and played with that a little bit and on purpose dripped some red ink touching the black ink. And it would feather out again and almost turned it brown. I would dab off a lot of the excess with a paper towel. That helped it keep that reddish color, but there was a little browning in it, and that was here on the dog that I'm drawing right now. Actually, it was on the shoulder of the guy. This dog, I just thought, terriers to me are just wire-haired, weird-looking dogs most of the time, and so I kind of just did this real quick, down and dirty little dog, and I drew this guy on purpose looking really stupid, because I think criminals are fairly stupid, and burglars really irritate me. I can't stand theft. It's one of my pet peeves. A person who steals, just, they deserve whatever they get. And this was so funny. The guy was so stupid that I just wanted to make sure he looked absolutely stupid. I don't know if you heard my clock in the background chiming. I'm almost hoping that doesn't come through. The Lamy Safari, this is about a $30 pen. Piston converter for it's about, I don't know, $4 or $5. And the platinum carbon ink is $12, $15 for a little bottle of that. I don't remember what the red Lamy ink is, and I do not remember how much this glass pen cost. I've had it for a long time. I just have never used it. I enjoyed this glass pen. It had a real smooth draw to it. It held a lot of ink in the little spirals at the tip of the nib that it has, and I think that was just little tiny tubes of glass that were fused together in the heating process, but it held a good amount of ink. Here's another thing that happened. When I drew on the left side, the dog's right side, but from our perspective, the left side of his face, I smudged it, and I didn't realize it until just a little bit here. And I love to embrace the smudge. In this case, I really embrace the smudge. And in a bit, you're going to see, once I get some more details done, I started drawing on the index finger of my hand and with this black ink, and then I would rub that here and there to smudge it some more, give it some shadow that wasn't really appearing in there to the extent that I wanted. I really wanted a more dirty look with this painting when I was finished with it, with the drawing. So that's why I went ahead and did that. I thought, well, I've smudged it, so there's a good excuse to go ahead and smudge it some more. Here again, I'm making the man look a little bit wilder, sunken in eyes, there's gaps in his teeth, things like that. I enjoyed the process. Like I said, it only took about an hour, not even an hour, to actually draw this in 2 sessions. I didn't get the zoom correct on the second session like I had on the first. Here I am signing my name in Elian script with the red ink, and that's when I saw the smudge. And so I went ahead and started doing that on my index finger, embraced the smudge, and I made it even more so, and made it dark in some places, and really enjoyed just dirtying up this whole picture. So here we are with the picture called Dog Bite. Again, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and I would love to hear a comment. I did get a comment on my YouTube page, and I am going to be following up on that comment. I always look for suggestions. Anyway, God bless, and goodbye.